Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so we're going to cover Loft, Revolve, and Loft. We already covered sweep and extrude, not so?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, then these ones here are just shapes. You can just choose and draw. Yeah, so we're going to start with Revolve. And what Revolve does is that it gets a certain surface, then it revolves it around. The way you see the sign is showing here. But it revolves it around a certain axis or a line. Yeah, so now that means we need the object, then we also need a line that's going to revolve around. Yeah, so I'm going to start by drawing a line. Here, just ensure that you are in 3D, or you can just come here and change the view to either southwest or southeast. Yeah, but I'm going to work with southwest. Then here, these ones, I used them last time, but I think I didn't deeply tell you about them, but this one just helps you to switch the grid. For example, if you want to draw, if you want to look at the 3D, but from top, you choose this. So it's kind of like a plan view, but you're seeing X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. Yeah, but what if you want to see it now from the bottom? Yeah, then it is only the axis that will change. So the X now will be the other side, Y will be also the kind of different side. Then the Z will look down instead of looking up. So that is the one that's seen from the bottom. Now from left, this is the one from left. So you can see the grid changed. So the grid changed to kind of like it is on the right, so that you're seeing it from the left, because this is like where are you standing from, but you want to see X, Y, and Z. Yeah, so if you're standing on the left, you'll be seeing the grid like it's on your right. Yeah, so when you change and say I'm now standing on the right, then it will act like you're seeing the grid from your right, and the grid will be like on the left. Yeah, then front, mostly for elevation, because the Z now will be coming like towards you. That is the front. Then now the back, the Z will be looking the other side. It's kind of like you're looking at the house, but from the back. Yeah, so now I'm going to go back to that top. Then I'm going to draw a line. This is a line that I'm going to revolve around. Yeah, let me activate ortho mode. Okay, then now I can draw any, let me just use a circle. Okay, I can draw it on the, instead of top, I can draw it like on the front. You can go back to top. Okay, this is just a demonstration, it will not matter a lot. I just want to demonstrate to you how Revolve works. Yeah, so now you go to Revolve. You can first select the object, then you go to Revolve, or you can go to Revolve, select Revolve, then you come and select the objects that you want to revolve, then press enter. Then now it's going to ask you for the axis, like that line, it's going to revolve around. So all you need to do is you select from top to bottom. Okay, we're also going to do when you're selecting from bottom to up, then you see the difference. Yeah, so I'm going to select from top, then to bottom. Then now it will revolve around. So here what you need to type in is the angle, the revolving angle. So if you type in 90, it will stop around here. If you type in 180, it will revolve up to there. So let me use 180. Yeah, so that is it. So as when you view it from here, this is in the middle, just, yeah, you can see the line is in the middle because it has revolved 180.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how Revolve works. If we repeat it with select the object Revolve, then if I use bottom to top, then it is going to use the anti-clockwise direction.
Yes.
Yeah, instead of using the other one. So if you type in 180, then it will be on this other side, like that.
So the issue is the direction that it changes.
Yeah. So if you want a full circle, then it will revolve around, you just type in 360. Yeah, then you'll have a full circle. Though it will be showing you the point at which it is joining at. Yeah, so that's how Revolve works. You can find it. Yeah, you know the structures, and especially if you're working with maybe architects and you look at their drawings, you can see there's a lot of creativity, and you may find a use case for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even in mechanical engineering.
Yeah, actually, AutoCAD 3D, if we were doing mechanical, we could have a lot to do, like engines and all that. But when it comes to civil, there are very few tools you use. You don't use a lot of tools.
Okay.
Yeah. Then now we're going to look at Loft, the Loft command. So what Loft does, it requires surfaces, then it joins those surfaces together. So I'm going to use 3 circles. But when they are at a certain height above each other. So I'm going to draw another one. If you want, either you can draw on the same axis, then you move, or I can draw with the Z. Like I can move up.
On the Z axis.
Yeah, then I draw the circle. Then I can get another one. Yeah, let me make this one bigger. Yeah, so if you look at it from the front, they are above each other. Yeah, so I can go back to top. Then I come and I get Loft. Then just ensure that the mode is in surface. Yeah, then after that, now you select the objects that you want to loft or to join together. So click on it, then you click another one, then you click the last one. Then after I press enter, then there are different other options, but this time around, we're going to use cross-section only, like those surfaces, the circles were the cross-sections. But you can loft when you have a certain path and it is lofting around that path, the way we are doing for sweep. Yeah, so I'm going to select cross-section only, then it will join it like this. So now this is our new object. This is our object that we've lofted.
What is the purpose of choosing loft section?
It uses the surfaces. Remember, this has been a circle, the one on top. Then also the one in the middle has been a circle. Then also the one at the bottom has been a circle. So it joins those surfaces. It takes them as cross-section.
It is also possible to loft the whole body instead of the surfaces.
You loft the whole body as in when it comes as a solid.
Because now what I understand is you had 3 circles,
Yes.
And you have chosen those 3 circles and lofted them.
Yeah.
I thought that it ends there, but then again, you went to section. So does it mean that had you not chosen section, it would have meant that you chose, when you look at the object, it is the whole body lofted inside and out?
The options it has there is a path. Okay, let me show you. There's a path or guides. So if we draw a line, it can loft around that particular line, that path. There are 3 options. Cross-section is the one that will give us the results, the one we've got. Then a path requires when we have a particular line, I'm going to draw it. So if I select like path, it will ask me to get like the path profile. Yeah, so I try to draw. Maybe that is the path. And I repeat, loft. Though this one may not. Anyway, let's first do it once. Select path. I need the path to be cross. Let me try to draw it through. You remember the other time when we were using sweep?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so also Loft can do that, but when you select a path. So let me first try this. This is an object. Missing one object. I draw another circle, but here. Okay, here I want to rotate it so that it is on the other axis. You can use that rotate grid, or you can just draw by ensuring that it is on the, I want it to be on the y-axis. So can use right. Let me use left. Yes, I want to try out this when we're using the path, but I need to join these ones, these 2 lines, so that they act as our path. Yeah. So I'm going to get Loft, select the object to, then that, then now I press enter, then I say path. Then I select the path that it should follow. Let's see. I'll look into this, the one of the path. I think there is something I'm not doing right when it comes for the path.
You may find it is something very small that you are forgetting.
Anyway, I'll look into it, then I'll show it to you. Yeah,
or you choose just one object. You choose one object and the path itself, and the rest is okay.
That is for sweep. For Loft, it needs 2 objects. If you select just one and press enter, it will just exit. Anyway, I'll find out and see why it isn't. You see, when you select solid, instead of surface, then it will not drill the hole.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is what you were asking.
Yeah.
If you
select
if you
surface,
come to Loft,
then it is hollow.
Yeah, then you come to mode and select solid. Then you select the two objects that you want to loft and press enter. Use cross section only. It will not be hollow. It will just be a solid.
Okay, I understand now.
Then I'll experiment this one over path and guide. Then I'll show it to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Then now let's look at how you can create your own material. Yeah, so remember the material, the existing materials. We said you come to visualize, then you go to materials browser, or you can type in MAT. That is the command that brings the material browser.
Yes.
So you type in MAT or MAT, then press enter, then it will appear. Yeah, so if you try to look at the existing materials, you can see that if we double click on one, they have a particular image. They have an image. So the surface is created out of images. So and the type of image or the name of the image is here. So this is home.png. Yeah. So also if you want to create your own material, you should have an image in which the material is going to base on. Yeah. So all you need to do is okay, you may need to do some editing there. You need to get a clear image. Then you do a square dimension. For example, for images, they have pixels. The higher the pixels, the more heavy it is and more clear it is. So if you find an image of 40 by 40, it means that it is going to be, it is small. And again, when you try to zoom it in, it's going to become not clear. So here, at least you should use an image of 600 by 600, the pixels, and you save it as a .png, not JPG, PNG.
PNG.
Yeah. So I already have one here on desktop. It's for wood. Yeah, this is the one that I have, and it's the one we're going to use. I want to get this kind of surface.
Okay.
Yeah, and I use it maybe for furniture or for anything. So when you right click and you go to properties, then you go to details, then to show you the dimensions. This is 600 by 600. This is the width and this is the height.
Yes.
Yeah, so we should ensure that it is square and also at least 600 by 600. If you get one, if you make one of one, like 1000 by 1000, it is also okay, just that it will be heavy. And when you use a lot of heavy materials, now just imagine when it is going to be applied on maybe a perimeter wall. Then,
so does it mean that that dimension also gives the size of the pixels? Because I'm seeing here 600 pixels width, 600 pixels height.
Yeah, it gives the size.
The pixels. The dimension, is it also the size of the pixels?
Okay,
is
like
it the quantity of the pixels?
Yeah, in images, these are pixels. Like on the height, it has 600 pixels. Then also the width is having 600 pixels.
So that is not 600 millimeters by 600 millimeters. It's just pixels.
No, they are pixels. They are also units for images.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually transfer them as you're creating images, like in Photoshop. You can have an option of using pixels or inches or millimeters, or they are transferable to each other. Okay. You can find out how many inches are in one pixel. Yeah. So we're going to use this, have it on desktop. So all I need to do is open in this material browser by coming to visualize, material browser, or type in MAT. Then now I get this. Last time we could just come to home, then we open Autodesk library, then we find the materials which are already there.
Yes.
So
now we are creating ours.
Now we're creating ours. So you click on this, then you come to new generic material. Yeah, so that's kind of like a general material. That's what it means. Then this you have the option of giving it a name. Yeah, you can give it a name, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Yeah, then now you can see that here we have no image selected instead of the image. So when there is no image selected, this is how it appears.
Yes.
So in case you want to select an image, you just click on this. You just click on this. Then it asks you for the location of the image. So these are the file types it can read. It can read JPG, it can read JPEG and PNG, then there are also these other ones. But the problem with JPG is, okay, it's not, some programs can't read it, and also it's not the standard for images. The standard for images is PNG.
PNG.
Yeah. So PNG produces very light, okay, by light I mean in size. So you can see this is 352 KBs, but it is clear. But when it was in JPG, if I made it to be JPG, it would have reached like 2 MBs, but when it is also not even clear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so it's better I use PNG. So I select it and click on open, then it will load here.
But I've not seen you select PNG. I've not seen you select PNG. I saw you.
No, it's the image which is already PNG.
Okay. But how did you make it PNG? How did you make it PNG?
Now that depends, because this, I edited it in Photoshop. But when you're downloading, for example, I can come to Google and I search for, okay, which material should we search for? Even if we say wood texture. Yeah. So here I'm having a lot of like images that are coming, but I need only PNG. So I can come to images so that I get the images. Then you click on tools, this option of tools. Actually, this works for any images you want to download, not for only this. So when you click on tools, you get more options. And under these options, you have size. So with this, you can decide whether it should only bring large or medium or icon sized. Then now there is a color. So there are sometimes when you want to download a black and white image maybe. So when you change the color to black and white, it will only give you results of black and white. Then sometimes you want to download something with a transparent background, now like this. So you change to transparent. Yeah, so for that, you can leave it to any color. Then we want the type. Here, you can get any type, clip art, line drawing, and a GIF. Yeah, so there's no option for PNG. So how do you get that option? Okay, it's kind of like it's not a trick, but it is about advanced search. You can type in file type, then you put the double colons, then you put like PNG. So it's only going to return PNG files only.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if you're searching, maybe you're searching AutoCAD books. When you type in AutoCAD, maybe tutorial, it's going to bring you videos, and maybe you're not interested in videos, you only want a PDF. So you can type in file type, then you save PDF. You don't put a space. If you put a space, it will not be perfect. It will not bring the right results you want. So put file type
just
PDF.
put a semicolon.
Yeah, PDF. So all the results are on a PDFs.
Okay.
Yeah, even if it is a Word document, you do the same.
Like last night, I suffered a lot looking for the AutoCAD 3D that is in civil, that is in construction. It was giving me more of mechanical engineering.
Now that one, there are very many keywords such as maybe that one will be like for another day, but it may not only be file type. There is you can say include, then you type what it should include. So if you say include and you say civil engineer, it's going to bring results about AutoCAD, but when they are only including civil engineering, not surveying. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can either come search, download from here, then you edit the dimensions. But in case you don't know how to use like those softwares that edit, you can just come and download. Because the other one, I made it in Photoshop to make the perfect dimensions and exporting.
So you picked it from when it was PNG, you went into Photoshop and edited it.
Yeah, I went into Photoshop. Then I exported it as a PNG with these dimensions.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, here there are more adjustments, but we're going to leave them by default. We're going to leave them on default, but what you should know, you can adjust these. There is a transparency, there is a reflectivity, but whatever you adjust here affects how the material is going to appear on the object. That's what it affects. So when you click on the reflectivity, you can see there are certain like units they give, even transparency, like that. So for now, we're going to leave it the way it is. Then one last thing that we can adjust is you click on, now here, it's kind of like the image is here when we click on it. Yeah, so if there is already an image and you want to change the image, now you just have to click on the image name instead. But the other time we clicked here.
Clicked in the space.
Yeah, but now there is an image. So you click on the image, then you change to the one you want. Yeah. So now here it is trying to show us the, okay, like the scale. This is kind of like scale. Yeah, so by default for it, it is taking 12 inches by 12 inches. So that is the scale it is using within AutoCAD. It's going to use when you apply. Yeah, so what you can do about that is you can come and change the scale to 1:1. When you change to 1:1, it means that it's going to apply it the way we've been getting it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it's going to do. But if you leave it 12 inch, it's going to use that scale on the X and the Y. Yeah. We can now put it to 1, or you can just type in 1.
But I thought that when you say 1:1, it will take it the way it is, 12:12. Because it has been 12 inches. So it's like you're saying, don't change the size, leave it the way it is.
When you use 1:1, that's when you telling it to use it the way it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we can leave that, or we can leave that by the way it is. Then there's also position. So this is about when it is applying. Should it offset? How much should it offset on the X and Y? So we don't need it to offset. We can leave it to 0:0. Yeah. So when you're done, you close this. Now it will appear here on top.
The materials.
Yeah. So you can draw any material like a box. Yeah, then now you can, we select here, then we come and right click and say assign selection. Or you can just drag and drop. You can drag and drop the material. Yeah, so now it is not yet showing. Do you remember why it is not yet showing?
It is the mode here on top for, I don't know how you, there.
Yeah, it's a visual
What
style.
is it called? Visual style.
Yeah. So you change to realistic, then this is how it's going to look like. So you see we left it to 12 inch. So it is using, they are like tiles.
Yes.
Meaning the box I've drawn is maybe too big according to the dimensions. Because here I changed my units to be in meters. So now just imagine like if it is like 10 meters and now the other image is in inches. So it's going to use tiles. Yeah, but if I use the same dimensions, for example, if I go back to inches and I draw, it's going to apply it in a, it will appear in a better way. Yeah, it is just using tiles. Like it is using very many of them.
What I understand is, like I'm tiling the surface of a big wall.
Yeah.
And I'm using a very tiny tile. Okay.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to put out.
Yeah. So now if you're going to apply on a very big surface, now you can get either a big dimension image.
Or I may increase the scale. I don't know whether we are speaking the same thing. I'm saying if I have a very big wall, it is also reasonable that I get a bigger tile rather than getting a smaller tile.
Yeah, that one can also work.
So that the appearance is good. That's the one I'm understanding.
Yes.
So it means that when I go back to choosing the image and I'm scaling, I'm determining the size, I can choose a bigger scale so that it fits a bigger wall with not so many tiles.
Yeah, that one can also work. Okay, I've been trying to change the units, but I don't know, sometimes when you change the units, it requires you to restart it sometimes.
AutoCAD.
It can even crash. I crash and just have to run it again. Yeah, so this icon changes to 3D also. This one here. So I can type in mat. And creating a new generic material. Click on this, then I select the image. So I can drag and drop. Let me put realistic. Yeah. So now you see I've changed back to inches. So it's not using a lot of tiles. Have you seen the difference? Hello?
Sorry, yes, I've seen the difference, meaning that the size of the object and the size of the material that you are using also is very important.
Yes. So if you're going to deal with meters, maybe you may need a very large image so that it can cover a bigger portion.
So I may give it a very small scale.
But for scale, anyway, for scale bit, it just needs us to experiment and we see the difference. You can edit actually. You can right click, then edit. So you click on this. Then we're going to try to put the scale to 1. And you see whether it will change. Here, if you enable this, it means that when you change the X, also the Y changes.
Yeah,
when
they're
this is
linked. I'm
enabled.
seeing it's a link.
Yeah. So if you want to only adjust and you say I want my X to be this and my Y to be this, then you don't like you deactivate it.
Yes.
Yeah. Here I don't know why, but when I try to type it, it doesn't type in. It types in the command. I'll just find out why. Like here, when I try to type, it doesn't type here in the box. It shouldn't behave that way. So let's just try to decrease. Right now, I'm just going to stop on 11, then we see.
Maybe you stop at 8 because 11 seems to be so close to 12 because it was 12.
Okay. It's taking a lot of, maybe let me stop on 9. Gosh, it's moving slowly. Yeah, they're a bit close because there is sometime when I deactivated it, but that is okay. So there is no need to save. You just need to close. Yeah, maybe also here under repeat, the options of tile and none. So just ensure that it's in tile so that you can repeat it. Then you just close this. And now let me try to get like a cylinder. That one can't show us very well. Anyway, let me draw exactly 9, a box of 9 by 9. Actually, for the box, instead of, you can type in at here, then you type the dimensions by comma. So I'm going to type 9 by 9 by 9, then you press enter. Nine, and also 9. So we drag and drop. So this is the one of 9 by 9 by 9, like the exact scale we used. When you try to apply, you can see it is just one image that is being applied. There's no repetition. Yes. Have you seen that?
Is there any repetition? It's just one tile on each face.
Yeah, because I've used the same scale, so that's what we wanted to see. It's I've used the other when I went to scale, I set it to 9 by 9. So
Yes.
I also have drawn a box of 9 by 9. So when you apply,
Yes.
it is just, yeah, it just matches the scale.
Meaning that the scale is very important.
Yeah, so you should use a big scale, but you should be minding about the quality. Because if you use a big scale and your quality of the image is not good, it will look bad. It will not come out. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you use 1 by 1, it means that one, like it's going to occupy just 1 inch by 1 inch. That's where the image is going to be. Or if it is in meters, it's going to occupy 1 meter by 1 meter, that size. Your image is going to fit in 1 meter by 1 meter. That's right. If you use 1 to 1.
The bigger the scale, it gets the image blurred, not clear.
Yeah, but you reduce on the number of tiles. The tiles will be free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's need for balancing. There's need for balancing.
Yeah, ensure the image is clear, but when it is not so heavy, because when it is very heavy, when you reach on sharing the file will be very, very heavy, which may take long to open. Yeah. So that's what I wanted us to cover today. Then you try to go through the syllabus and see whether we need to go into the theory bit of it. If we don't need to, then tomorrow's session can be about also 3D so that we cover the left-like tools. Then the next weekend, we cover Autodesk architecture.
Okay, even we could do like this. I'm going to go through it after here.
Yes.
I'll highlight what I don't understand. And that doesn't mean that we have to go through it. Because you could just explain to me, no, this means this, this means that. So I find that it's not necessary to go through it. You get it?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I shared the link on WhatsApp for where you can download the AutoCAD architecture.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I'm going to download them. The other time, even I didn't download the SketchUp, but I'm going to download them. If I have any challenge, I'll text you.
Okay, no problem. All right. Have a good day.